Humanity has achieved a lot in science, but some questions remain unanswered. In this video, 5 mysteries that scientists are still struggling to solve. Mystery number 1. Why do we sleep? At first glance, the answer seems obvious: to rest. But if you dig deeper, it becomes clear that we don't fully understand why evolution allowed sleep to exist in the first place. Think about it. While asleep, we are defenseless, unable to protect ourselves, gather food, or reproduce. It's an evolutionarily vulnerable state. Scientists know that during sleep, cognitive functions are restored, memory is strengthened, and emotions are formed. Some stages of sleep help us process trauma, while others stabilize the immune system. But these are all secondary explanations. Does the brain need rest? Then why can't it reboot while active as other organs do? Why not just lower activity instead of completely shutting down for 7 or 8 hours? Moreover, all animals sleep, even fish, dolphins, spiders, and flies. Some literally do it on the move, like birds in flight, yet no one can explain why. Even stranger single-celled organisms with no brain at all have periods of activity and rest. So perhaps sleep is not merely a function of the brain. Maybe it's a fundamental property of life itself. Riddle number 2. What is dark matter? We see stars, galaxies, planets. But all of this is just the tip of the iceberg. According to scientists' calculations, all the visible matter in the universe makes up only about 5% of its total mass. The remaining 95% consists of dark matter and dark energy. We cannot see them. We cannot touch them. They neither emit nor reflect light, but we are sure they exist. Why? Because galaxies rotate too quickly, and if they contained only ordinary matter, they would fall apart. This means there is something invisible holding everything together. Scientists call this dark matter. But what kind of substance is it? What is it made of? Why haven't we found it? The most sensitive detectors placed underground, in mountains, mines, and even in space, all remain silent. There are dozens of hypotheses, from hypothetical particles that barely interact with matter to ideas that maybe we simply misunderstand gravity. Or maybe we are just looking in the wrong place. Riddle number 3. What is consciousness? It seems like the answer is obvious. It's what you are using right now to perceive this video. That which feels, thinks, and is aware of itself. But if you think deeper, you immediately hit a wall. Neurons send signals. Electrical impulses race through the brain. This can be measured, recorded, even partially decoded. But where in all this is the sense of I? Why can the same impulses give rise to joy, pain, inspiration, or fear? We know which brain areas are active when a person is angry or dreaming. But why does the actual experience arise? Why is there an inner world at all, and not just a reaction to stimuli? Scientists call this the hard problem of consciousness. We can build AI that recognizes faces, writes texts, and plays chess, but it has no consciousness. It does not know that it exists. The brain is a physical object. Consciousness is subjective experience. How does one arise from the other? Some scientists suggest that consciousness is not a product of the brain, but a fundamental property of the universe, like gravity or space. If that's true, then we understand ourselves far less than we've been used to thinking. Riddle number 4. Why does time only move forward? We are born, grow up, grow old. Ice melts, cups break, and neither one ever goes back. But from the perspective of physical laws, almost nothing prevents events from happening in reverse. Almost. It all comes down to entropy, a measure of disorder. Imagine you've cleaned your room. Everything is neat, but as soon as you get distracted, the order starts to disappear. To restore it, you need to put in effort. That is entropy. It always increases. And this increase shows the universe where forward is. But there is another hypothesis. Some physicists believe that the past, present, and future already exist, like a whole film recorded on tape, and we are just moving along this tape, frame by frame, experiencing the illusion of the flow of time. Then the question is different. Why do we feel only the present moment? Why this particular frame right now? Maybe time isn't a flow, but simply a coordinate, like latitude or longitude. And then the universe doesn't move, it simply is. We stand before a mystery we cannot yet decode, but this is just one of the riddles. Riddle number 5. How did life arise on Earth? We live on a planet where life surrounds us everywhere, but if we rewind time, we eventually reach a moment when there was no life at all. Scientists call this moment abiogenesis, the transition from non-living matter to living matter. But exactly how it happened remains a mystery. A popular theory suggests that life originated in ancient oceans, in the so-called primordial soup, a mixture of organic molecules heated by volcanoes and lit by lightning. Over time, these molecules began to combine into more complex structures, and at some point, the first self-replicating cell appeared. Other hypotheses are even bolder. Perhaps life came to us from space, on meteorites carrying organic compounds. Or maybe it arose under conditions we can't even imagine yet. The most amazing thing is that we still don't know how rare this phenomenon is. If life arises easily, there could be billions of worlds in the universe where oceans also splash, each with their own strange creatures. But if its emergence requires nearly impossible coincidences, we might be the only living beings in the entire infinite cosmic void. And so the answer to the question of the origin of life is not just curiosity, but a key to understanding our place in the universe.